Hi, everyone. Long before this global pandemic took over, there was another type of epidemic that experts had their eye on, and that was the loneliness epidemic. The pandemic seemed to exacerbate the loneliness epidemic, and now that we're coming out of the pandemic, it's unclear as to how that has really affected the loneliness epidemic. But now that we can gather together again with other people, the temptation is to think, oh, it's going to be a quick and easy fix of the loneliness that people are experiencing. But we know that that's not going to be the case because that loneliness epidemic was there. One of the blessings that we have as God's people is that we get to gather together. And we gather together around God's Word, where God tells us that we never have to feel alone because He's always with us. And in addition to His promise to always be with us, He has given us one another to have community with each other. Now, this isn't always perfect. And we don't make instant friends once we go to church. But this is what we can do. We can recognize the blessings that God has given to us in His Word and in His promises to always be with us. And we can recognize those blessings of the community that we have as we gather together as God's people. Please don't overlook those blessings, but appreciate them with us. Learn to grow in our ability to be community here as we gather together around God's Word. Enjoy the video encouraging community as we gather as God's people.
It's not the same, is it? Celebrating the holidays 1,000 miles away, or celebrating the holidays together. Visiting your loved one online, or visiting your loved one. There's something about being there, and there is something about being here. How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. This is why we gather.